Are you guys ready to catch some bugs? That's okay, it's a rhetorical question. You don't have to answer that.
There is no meme. This is just a threat.
Welcome back to Pokemon Crystal. To put you in the headspace that I am currently in, I just watched an hour-long video of the 3 dudes who made TFS, Team 4-Star Abridged, Team 4-Star Abridged, Christ, Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and I almost cried with them watching it. It's super late at night, and I thought, yeah, this is the emotional state I want to be in for Pokemon Crystal Let's Play. So how the bug catching contest works is it's quite simple. You catch bugs. In fact, that one very specifically is one of the best bugs to catch. So up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. If you're wondering why I'm trying to catch it at full health, it's because that's the only way to actually win the bug catching contest. Because if you damage the bugs, you lose points. The system for the bugs that you catch is it goes by level, current HP, type of Pokemon. If you want to win, you need to catch very specifically Scyther or Pincer at full health. Okay, starting with a critical hit pursuit, not the greatest. You might be thinking to yourself that this is really dumb. It is. I just gotta keep chucking balls. Eventually, one of these will catch a Scyther. Maybe. A man can dream. So we just keep... Oh, this is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a problem. The bug catching contest has a lot of Pokemon in it, but only 2 that are unique to it. Scyther and Pincer. Scyther is... The problem with Scyther is its move pool. Damn it! Scyther has a lot of speed, a lot of attack, and it doesn't really do anything with it. It just kinda comes out, does its thing. Damn it! I mean, it shows up, has really good attack, but in terms of moves that it gets no moves. You can evolve it into Scizor as a means to farm the Metal Coat is coming up very soon. I'm actually going to lose this, aren't I? Oh, this is gonna be bad. Okay, up, down, down, left, base start. This is what you have to do. I forgot to save before I did this. Oh, God, I should have saved before I did this. I have no one to blame but myself. But this is what you just have to do. But yeah, Scizor is decent. I mean, the only bug move you can get is Fury Cutter. And the only steel move you can get is Metal Claw. But... yeah. Oh, Steel Wing. You can get Steel Wing with Scizor. That's actually something decent. Yeah, I'm gonna die here. I'm going to lose, because you're not allowed to use items on your Pokemon. The only items you can have are the balls. Yeah, you're gonna use an attack. Yep. Uh-huh. So that was a colossal waste of time. All because I forgot to save. Shoot. Well, I guess we're just moving on. I have wasted the first few minutes of this episode. I'm proud of what I've accomplished today. The other Pokemon you can get is Pincer. And Pincer is of a similar problem to Scyther, in that it has really good stats, nothing it can do with them. Pincer's big move is Submission. One of the worst moves to ever exist in the franchise. Yeah! I got nothing. Pincer would be really good if it had stats. So I absolutely, completely screwed that up. But that's okay. You know? We rebuild. We move on. Abra, stop flashing me. It's really rude. And then that goes up. Ooh, a Kadabra. That could actually very easily KO me. But you see, please don't. Oh, wow. It actually didn't attack. And a one-shot. Okay. That's pretty cool, actually. I will gladly take such things. Actually, now that it's nighttime, I do not have a new encounter here. Cool. Alright. I was jump scared by a child. You've heard of white woman jump scare. Now be, prepared for white boy jump scare. Oh, Tangala! That's a cool Pokemon you don't see very often. I'm going to ask to leave. My Pokemon are all, like, damaged, though. But you know, I can live. Yeah, use your Absorb. Mm-hmm. You've sucked my health? Die! And down goes Tangela. Sting will acquire enough XP to hit level 20. And that's cool. And Alan goes down. So, you are the girl who will give me the squirt bottle. Oh, I have to go all the way up here to get her to go down there. To get her to... That's dumb. But... at least I can just go this way. Actually, this route has a new encounter in nighttime, I think. Yeah, it does. Hey, it's that one. Hyper specifically that one. Drowsy is our new encounter. We can't catch Scyther, but we can definitely catch Drowsy. Drowsy and its evolution, Hypno. Wow. Got absolutely boned by the change in generation. Because Hypno went from a psychic type with a lot of special, access to the best boosting move in the game with Amnesia, into a Pokemon that doesn't know if it wants to be a bulky Pokemon or what. When it twitches its nose, it can tell where someone is sleeping and what that person is dreaming about. Give a nickname to Drowsy? Okay, well, Drowsy's the dream Pokemon. Alright, now this is going to sound really weird, but I'm going to nickname this thing Mr. Clean. And you're going to wonder why. And that's because a couple of nights ago, I had a really weird dream where I was in a gunfight with Mr. Clean. Like, the mascot. We were in a warehouse and we were firing guns. So because that's on my mind, I am nicknaming him Mr. Clean. And he's also bald, so, you know, it kind of works out. So, Hypno has bulk. What Hypno is trying to do, like what its level up move pool wants, is it wants to be a hypnosis Pokemon, you know, puts Pokemon to sleep, and then use moves like Dream Eater. And Dream Eater is an absorb move that supports its natural bulk. Problem is that sucks as a strategy. Because you need to... The entire strategy hinges on a 60% accurate hypnosis landing into a move that is only slightly stronger than Psychic. That's not very good. Hello. Can you give me the squirt bottle? Yes. Give me the squirt bottle. Thank you. So, Drowsy just kinda doesn't do anything. It doesn't do enough damage to be a sweeper. It's not bulky enough because it relies entirely on a useless strategy. Okay, well, not useless, but not the greatest strategy with Hypnosis and Dream Eater. And its offenses are just like... Okay, I said earlier it wasn't sure if it wanted to be a tank or not. I misspoke. It wants to be a tank. What it doesn't know is what kind of attacker it wants to be. Because Drowsy is trying to be a mixed attacker. With bad offenses both ways. Drowsy just sadly isn't very good. Anyways, now that it's nighttime, I have important business to attend to. That does not involve that Drowsy. It involves going back to this forest for that thing. Oddish. I have no way of weakening this. Well, yes I do. I have a level 5 Pokemon right here. Booberry. You've gotten enough action that you might as well be a team member. Oddish is only catchable at nighttime. Oddish is very much your average grass type. High special stats. It gets powders as its move. Stop waking up in a single turn. Oh my god. It is the most grass type to ever grass type. Vileplume has pretty good stats. Blossom has pretty good stats. They do exactly what a grass type would do. Assail the opponent with a butt-ton of powders. And then heal itself off with draining moves. And that's it. During the day, it stays in the cold underground to avoid the sun. It grows by bathing in moonlight. Alright. So Oddish is the weed Pokemon. So I need to make a ha-ha 420 joke. And I've already used the name Snoop Dogg. So who's the second stoner I think of? Sublime. The band. Sublime did not write the lyric, I smoked 2 joints before I smoked 2 joints, and then I smoked 2 more, to not have a weed Pokemon named after them. And I believe that's the only encounter I missed in Alex Forest for it being nighttime. Let me check my highly reliable sources. No, there are actually 2 more encounters in Alex Forest. Huh. Not you. I just said not you. I just said not you. None of that! Oh god, Booberry's gonna be hurt, but I actually don't think you can damage me. Wow, Foresight is actually being used for its intended purpose of being able to hit ghost types. That's funny. Venomoth is a Pokemon that can't be good yet. It is just like Noctowl, it is just like Feraligatr, wherein these physical special split needs to happen before this Pokemon can be good. Venomoth is trying to anger me. Don't kill it, don't kill it, don't kill it. Good. Venomoth wants to be a special attacking bug poison type. It can't do that. It does get some good harassing moves, like all the powders, albeit much later than other grass types would be able to get them. And it gets a natural Psybeam, Psychic, Gust. If you want to use Gust, you can give it Giga Drain with a post-game TM if you're feeling frisky. The small bugs it eats appear only at night, so it sleeps in a hole in a tree until night falls. Give a nickname to Venonat. It's a moth. You gotta nickname it Mothra. Like, come on now. So yeah, Venomoth, I wish it was better than it was. Sadly, it's not. Psyduck! I also wish this guy was better than he was. Psyduck is a mixed attacking water type. Golduck has pretty good, if I'm remembering correctly, and I might not be. Okay, not quite, kind of. Golduck has pretty good attack, good special attack, at least for back then. Decent speed. It reminds me a lot of Poliwrath, where none of Psyduck and Golduck's stats are bad. None of them are that great either, except its special attack, which is decent. Its level up move pool, though, it gets Confusion, which is kind of neat. But other than that, it's very much just a water type. You give it Surf, you give it Ice Punch, and that's it, really. It doesn't even get, like, Psychic as a move. It gets Confusion. It needs a TM for Psychic. The only time it can use its Psychic power is when its sleeping brain cells happen to wake. A famous duck. I've got Donald, I've got Daffy, I've got Howard, I've got Duckman. Pick one of them. Daffy. Because Looney Tunes are timeless and will always be hilarious. So Golduck, though the Psychic type is not, and like the Psychic type moves, Psyduck is a mono water type for some reason, despite the fact that Psychic powers have been like tied to its identity since Gen 1. It's a mono water type. Yeah, learning Confusion is not really enough to make Golduck not just another water type. But it can work, because it is another water type, and water type's a good type to have. Just don't be expecting too many great things from it. It'll do the job, and that's about it. How poor am I right now? Oh, I got $10,000. Okay. I can buy some balls. Excellent. Hello there, sir. You're selling healing items. Healing items are worthless to me. I do not need them. I do, however, need your balls. Let's get 30 balls. And then 6 of these, just in case. Perfect. Ladies and gents, I do believe it is time for us to go capture a tree. And, maybe we can actually progress the game a bit. This entire episode, how long have I been recording this episode for? 20 minutes have been spent failing to capture Scyther, and then backtracking for Pokemon I couldn't catch yet. That's the sign of progress, baby. Alright. We're going to save our game. Come at me, tree! The weird tree doesn't like the squirt bottle. Oh no! Pseudowoodo is a mono rock type that is honestly kinda cool. Pseudowoodo gets really good moves, low kick and rock slide, and flails at base, first of all, are phenomenal. Let me switch in Oingo Boingo. So, that's really cool. So it's kind of got a pretty nifty move pool. What it also has going for it are stats that aren't terrible. They're not great. Well, actually, hang on. Let me actually go into this. Pseudowoodo has really good attack and defense, passable HP, not great special defense, and then special attack stat doesn't exist. Like, it just stole my Ice Punch. I don't care. It's not doing anything with it. What it's doing something with is Flail. But even then, I'm not too worried. Up, down, down, left, right, BA start. So, coming in at level 20, it already has Rock Throw, Flail, and what the hell? Pseudowoodo is not that easy to catch. Alright, you know what? Equivalent exchange. Scyther was obnoxious. Pseudowoodo was easy. I'll take it. If a tree branch shakes when there is no wind, it's a Pseudowoodo, not a tree. It hides from the rain. First of all, so many cool things about Pseudowoodo. The concept of a rock Pokemon that disguises itself as a grass type to fight against fire types, really funny idea. The fact that it didn't see the oversight of the fact that people like to water trees and it's a rock type, also very funny. Its move pool, great. Honestly, its starting move pool is almost all you need. Maybe just replace Rock Throw with Rock Slide. Mimic can become Earthquake or Dig. You can use egg moves and you can tell it how to blow itself up. I mean, it's probably not that good, but you know, if you ever wanted to watch a tree explode. Alright, so it's a tree. Famous tree. Yggdrasil, the world tree. No, that's not famous enough. I'm gonna nickname it Treevil, after the enemies from Dragon Quest. Because Yggdrasil in Norse mythology suck. A dumb pun from Dragon Quest is eternal. So that ended a lot faster than I thought it would. You know what? Littlefoot, you just stay out there. Anne and I are in this together. Well, never thought I'd be going to jail for beating the shit out of 2 children, but, you know, here we are. Jigglypuff. Again? I feel like I fought a lot of Jigglypuffs recently. It's because I just went to a normal type gym last episode. Right, moving on. Man, I'm liking the pace that these episodes are going. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time, but then when I check how long the episode's been going on for, I'm not. So that's just interesting. I don't know how we got here. Maybe, you know, time flies when you're having fun. Alright, now you've disabled my Razor Leaf, but I still have a head, which has a leaf on it. So being Headbutt... Oh, Encore does exist in this generation. Huh. Someone's gonna fact check me on whatever episode I said I don't think Encore is in this generation. Alright, Littlefoot up to 21. Excellent. Yeah, but I am having a lot of fun here, and I am glad that this series is doing okay. I hate that I have to look at things in terms of algorithm and views. I really don't have to, but it's something I should keep in mind. These episodes are like 150 per person is where they've stabled out. Stabled out? What the hell am I saying? Stabilized? Which ain't bad. Fire Emblem 4 Substitute was averaging around 500. So, it's below average, but I don't care. I'm having fun. I should probably get around to recording Triangle Strategy. That's what I wanted to run alongside Crystal. But Crystal episodes were doing well, and I've just been having so much fun recording them that I just didn't. Alright, so I know that I literally just insulted the Drowsy Dream Eater strategy. Please don't kill me with it. Please. Please don't kill me with it. The problem with this strategy is your opponent can wake up at any time. Oh, this is karma. I'm not switching out Littlefoot. If I die like this, I die like a man. And then I miss the 5% of Razor Leafs that you miss. Okay. Okay. So we all see why that strategy's bad, right? Like, ignore that it almost brought me to my knees. That strategy's not good. Alright? Eat shit, Greg. Alright. Now at nighttime, we technically have only one new encounter. And we'll let Oingo Boingo take the lead for it. But we do have a few new Pokemon. It's not Spinarak. There's Noctowl. I'm actually going to try to catch it. Yay, Noctowl! I already nicknamed Hoot Hoot, so I'm not going to nickname every single Pokemon in the evolutionary line if I catch it later. Its extremely soft feathers make no sound in flight. It silently sneaks up on its prey without being detected. Give a nickname to Noctowl. Nah. You know what? Yeah, sure. Let me nickname it. A famous owl, other than Owl from Winnie the Pooh. Dundalk. That's the high school I went to. And our mascot. Oh my god, I named it Dundalk instead of Dundalk. There's an N in there. That's the place in Maryland I grew up. My school's mascot was an owl. And I absolutely messed that up. We went to the national football team. Like, Dundalk High School's football team made it to nationals. Or no, made it to the state championship, excuse me. And then we got humiliated like 62-0. It was hilarious. Stantler is the actual new encounter here. Stantler is a deer, as you can see. Stantler joins the likes of many Pokemon, and its problem being that it does a lot of things pretty good, but nothing well. Except dying. It's apparently good at dying. Let's run that back. Oh yeah, that's right, Oingo Boingo is really slow. Alright, Confusion. Confusion? Confusion. Stop trying to use Hypnosis on me when I'm already asleep. That's like 3 turns in a row. Alright. Now, Stantler, I believe, has a low catch rate, so we might be here a bit. Stantler's stat spread is decently fast, good attack, decent special attack, and nothing it can do with those stats. Its strongest normal type move, oh my god, Oingo Boingo on 1 HP. This is what dreams are made out of. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. Yes. No, it's going to die. Oh no. Oh, it put me to sleep. The fool. Alright. Its strongest normal type move that it gets naturally is Takedown. Which, like... It gets Return, which we have access to right now, so that's a decently powerful stab move. And, for Stantler's pretty good special attack, the moves it can use to take advantage of that are the post-game Psychic TM, so yeah, Stantler runs into a bit of a problem there. It also gets Dream Eater, which is also a post-game TM. So... Oh, I'm sorry. It gets the 40 power Thief as well. So I'm sorry. Stantler can really use that special attack. Stantler, Big Horn. The round balls, they said round, found on the fallen antlers can ground into a powder that aids in sleeping. Alright, a nickname to Stantler. It's a deer. What's a famous deer? Bambi? That's too easy. Milwaukee, after the basketball team Milwaukee Bucks? I feel like I like Bambi more than that. I feel like I'm forgetting a famous deer. No, we'll just go with Bambi. Simple as. Also, wait, Oingo Boingo never fainted. It was at 1 HP, sleeping, and it never fainted. That's funny. Alright, there's one more Pokemon I'm looking for here. Because it's nighttime. It's not Stantler, it's a 5%... Oh. Well. There it is. I already mentioned Ariados, so I don't need to go over it again. I'm just gonna chuck balls at it. Not even gonna really give it any fanfare. Rather than making a nest in one specific spot, it wanders in search of food after darkness falls. Give a nickname to Ariados. Don't need to. Already nicknamed the Spinnerack. Wow. You know what? If you're gonna give me free XP, not gonna turn it down. And with that, we've made it to the next town. Holy crap! It's Bill Gates! And there's Bill! He's invented a time machine. This is actually, like, as a kid, I didn't think too hard about it. I was like, oh, okay, this is how you can trade with red, blue, and yellow. The fact that Bill just casually invents a time machine is way funnier than I initially thought. Like, that's so goddamn funny. Bro just casually invents time travel. It's actually time to retire a long-standing member of the team. Booberry! Your hypnosis has been very helpful in catching Pokemon, but Bambi can now take up the role of hypnosis user for the Pokemon we can still capture. Like, think about that. Bill invented time travel and just went, yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna go home now. Then he just vanishes. Like, what? Okay. That aside, how much time's left in the episode? Oh, I still got time. Alright, now there are two things you can do in this city, right out the gate. One of them involves getting one of the best water-type moves in the game, and the other doesn't, so I'm going to do that. These are the Kimono Sisters. They dance, and, hang on, I take a sip of my drink. And if you defeat all of them, you get the Surf HM, which is one of the best attacking moves in the entire franchise, and still is to this day. I'm also going to be using them to describe Eevee's evolutions, because you can go get Eevee now. You can go down to Bill, grab Eevee, and then, yeah. So, I will be using these battles to do the bios for the Eevee evolutions. Starting with Flareon. Flareon is a common joke, because it's the worst evolution. It's kind of always been the worst evolution, even though I think, like, Gen 4 Leafeon isn't that good because it doesn't get, like, anything better than Bullet Seed. Flareon wants to be a physical attacking fire type. Boom, instant problem. Ignoring the special split, like completely disregarding the physical special split that stops Flareon from being a physical fire type. Even in the modern era, where there are physical fire type moves, it's tough to be one because the only real physical fire move is like Flare Blitz. And Flareon is not fast, like Infernape, to run Flare Blitz. So that's problem number one. Problem number two is that with its giant physical attack stat in this generation, it doesn't really get anything. Like, hold on, sorry, I'm doing something. It gets Shadow Ball, which is cool, but that's it. That's the only move it can really do with its physical attack. Oh, and Mud Slap. Yeah. If you want a fire type, Arcanine is right there and is a better use of your Firestone. Flareon does have a really fluffy tail, though, which is important. Espeon! Espeon is one of the better evolutions. It's a Pokemon where it doesn't do anything other than one thing, but it does that one thing really well. Espeon is a fast Pokemon that uses Psychic attacks. That's it. Its move pool, kinda garbage. It really just gets Psychic type attacks. Though it will naturally upgrade Confusion into Psybeam into Psychic. So that is something it has going for it. Other than that, it doesn't get anything to make use of its special attack. But it is very fast, it's very powerful. Its lack of move pool, especially in a generation where Kadabra can run around with all three elemental punches, is noticeable. But there's really no problem with just having a special attacker that exists to spam Psychic. All the poison types, all the fighting types you face, it's going to be useful. If a bit uninteresting to use, because you're going to do the same thing every battle. Umbreon looks awesome. That thing looks so goddamn cool. And, as a Pokemon, its main shtick is it is really hard to kill. Dark's weaknesses of fighting and bug aren't too pronounced in this generation, because the only good bug type move is learned by Heracross at level 50 million that you'll never see. And then fighting type moves, you might see Cross Chop from a Machamp. That's it. So, you'll see that this thing is 4 levels lower than me, and just isn't dying. Here's the thing, and this is Umbreon's problem. You'll notice I'm not dying very much either. Umbreon is incredibly bulky, but its offenses are garbage. So, what it wants to do is boost. Umbreon wants to use the move Curse in order to power itself up and then do massive physical damage. That doesn't work in-game because Curse is a post-game TM. So, its main method of damage is Shadow Ball. It's like, it can work, but there are better Pokemon at doing what it wants to do. However, this is the case with all evolutions, it's still more than usable. Like, even Flareon is still pretty good. I'm gonna keep Littlefoot out there, because I can't use Sting, because one of these two have Vaporeon. So, like, if you like one of the evolutions, you can use it. The evolutionary stones require some Pokegear manipulation, like I did with Ralph. But, even still, use whichever one you like. They all can work. You can just do better. Vaporeon! In every single game Vaporeon's an option, it's typically the best one. It's a bulky water, and that's always useful. It never has move pool problems because it can always learn Surf in every game. And it naturally gets Aurora Beam for Ice-type coverage, which is great. And it hits like a nuke with really high special attack. In this generation, it gets Bite, which isn't much, but it's decent coverage. Frog in my throat. It gets Acid Armor to jack up its defense. It's just a solid Pokemon. It is carried by its stat line because it is another bulky water. But it is one of the best bulky waters. Never a bad option to use Vaporeon. So, by process of elimination, this lady has Jolteon. Jolteon is almost always a solid Pokemon in every generation other than Generation 2. Why? Because in Generation 1, none of the electric types learned Thunderbolt, because it was a TM. In Gen 1, all of the TM moves, and I think this is true for most generations, all the TM moves could only be learned by the TM. You could not, like, Bide, nothing was allowed to learn Bide by level up. Bubble Beam, Thunderbolt, same difference. Now this is Gen 2. Thunderbolt is no longer a TM. So, knowing this, they had to change something. So now, two Pokemon get Thunderbolt by level up. Pikachu and Electabuzz. Now, what about the other electric types of Gen 1? Magnemite, Voltorb, and Jolteon. Nothing. They get Thundershock. Your only options for an attacking electric type move on Jolteon is Thunder, by the Game Corner TM, so have fun with that. Thunderbolt, by a post-game Game Corner move tutor. Or Thundershock. Thunder Punch is a great electric type move, but electric types often don't have hands. That's what Jolteon suffers from. It just doesn't have an electric move it can use because its level up move pool, for whatever reason, is more concerned with giving its double kick and pin missile, and then agility when it's already the fastest Pokemon in the game. So, yeah. Those are the EVs. I think all of them, honestly, other than Jolteon, are usable, and this is just very specifically a generation where Jolteon is not usable. But, next time, we are going to go to this lovely locale. A burned tower, where much death happened. Come back then! Woo!